Gentlemen, welcome back to the University of Smooth. I'm your host, Nixon the Dark, the internet's most valuable Midwesterner. Absolutely. You're god dang right I am. We have talked about the roadmap to value for men in the modern day sexual marketplace. It is one of those famous slogans that we came up with here at the University of Smooth. It's so famous that you got it tattooed on your girlfriend's thigh, if you have a girlfriend. Get jacked, learn game, convert your talent to clout. We could put it on like a campaign button. That's how sexy it is and how concise. Perfect. I haven't counted up the number of words, but I bet you it's a really small word count. Some thoughts on how to go about this. Get jacked. We don't have a lot to say that one specifically. You know it. It's a habit you have to form on your own. There are resources available. Learning game and converting your talent to clout, different beast. We recommend that you learn game wherever you go. You deal with as many human beings as you possibly can to get better at your attractive behaviors and recognize and eliminate your unattractive behaviors. You can do this everywhere, but there is a component to having value and talent that can lead to compound interest. When you learn game, that is its own form of value, and it should be, hang on a second there, I just used the word should. If you want to be attractive, it should be a priority in your life. Talent, likewise, should be a priority in your life if you want to build value of the kind that women desire. You can combine these two, and we recommend you do. Learn game for its own sake wherever you go. But the best opportunities that you can have to learn game for productive relationships that play out through the course of your life is through your talent. Use your talent to create opportunities, then use your game, your social skills to maximize those opportunities. We'll allow for the standard exception of the tortured geniuses out there who will find their way to the top of the hierarchy no matter what kind of game they have. They can be extremely antisocial and still work their way to the top, climb that mountain because their talent is undeniable. For you, if that's not who you are, but you have cultivated a talent through diligent work and focus and discipline over the years, find a community for that talent locally or online and use that talent to create more social opportunities. Then when you have game that you've refined over the years, it will help you maximize those opportunities. Think of it this way. You're an excellent tennis player and you go to local tennis tournaments or leagues or meetups and you display that talent. What do you know? A tennis coach who has his own value sees your value and he says, I can use my value to increase your value and vice versa. See how this works? And by the way, when you have game, you learn how to behave attractively around people like this as opposed to unattractively. Then you have a nice, solid working relationship. I know that's a bit of a cartoonish example because something like tennis, if you have that talent, you've already been plugged into a system. But imagine that in any other discipline. You find a community where talent is appreciated and complementary talents congregate around each other in person, online, you name it, and then they will have a virtuous compounding interest effect. This is how you can use your talent to cultivate people skills and use your people skills to advance your talent. And by the way, if you're attractive, if you're physically jacked, now not just the tennis example, but if you're a physically fit, physically appealing person in any area of life, it's going to make that process much easier. We're all better suited when we accept the fact that the more attractive you are, it helps in every situation, including these. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and follow. You have Smooth for more content.